Hi guys, welcome to an update video. I've made some changes this morning, and this morning, Saturday 25th of June. I was making my release video and I discovered something, and hence these updates. Ctrl-Alt-T update. You'll see that the ArcoLinux tweak tool git is new, fish, root and ZSH, and the system config def. What I've done is eliminate the Fix-sddm-conf. Let's first do this smart. If you want to know what goes on with your machine, as sure I think you would like to do that, right? Ctrl-H, this is your whole home directory. Ctrl-H, hidden directory. Forget it, it's here. Ctrl-H. In here, there is the Fix-sddm-config. It points to a script that is provided by a package, and in your case it's not called def, and it's gone. It's still there, but it will not use it. It's not used. What we'll do is make this alias a script, and that's it, right? And of course improve the script. That's always why do we change? Improvement. To actually know what really goes on in the SCAL department, and if you have no clue what I'm talking about, that might be possible, you learn. ArcoLinux is is a learning distribution. Right, that was the wrong application altogether. Internet, Firefox. On ArcoLinux.com, the most asked questions are straight on the first page. How to burn, questions about Calamares, Windows in there, SCAL. That's it. So this is the information about SCAL. Watch the videos. But there is also this backup SCAL, which is actually quite interesting to learn. It just creates nothing more, nothing less, the current content of your /etc SCAL. So this is what's now on the machine before the update. This is before the haircut and later on after the haircut, and then we'll compare these two folders. So now we update the system, and some of these things will end up in etc SCAL and others will not. So we try to communicate, and that's why we always go to the terminal and never to PAMAC, which we love and which we like, and etc. But here it says fish is in there, root, which is bash, is in there, ZSH, okay, is in there. So we've changed these things, and there is a fish in the config there, but they're not used. They are in etc SCAL. Now there is this SCAL command that's basically used to be also an alias and is now a script, and this is how you know that that you're up to date, that you're using the last thing. Lots of communication, lots of information, and here is the link to exactly this article. If you say yes, we're gonna copy paste everything over, right? And then everything is changed. The same would go if you say I'll do it manually. I'll just go to etc SCAL and get just this or just that or just this. You can select with the mouse control and say I want to have this. Or you can have aliases CB copy bash, CF copy fish, CZ copy ZSHRC, and just that one. How do you know all these things? By reading that. Aliases. Or just ask. Copy etc SCAL bash RC to there and execute. So a lot of interesting stuff is in aliases. Now what we're gonna do is go back here. So we overwrite everything, but there is still a backup of the .config. So if you were working on a polybar, an i3, etc., you can still compare and see what changed. And you don't click here. Well, make sure the first one is not blue, otherwise you see everything. This is more a smarter way to look. These changed, these things. How did they change? But I'll show you that in this one. Ctrl-T. I've updated my system. I did my scal. I do my backup scal again. Which means before the update, after the update, what did we change to etc scal? This. We went inside the config fish and we said, look, Fix-sddm-conf is no longer an alias but an application, part of ATT, and ATT stands for ArcoLinux Tool. So it's out. This hashtag means we're not going to use it anymore. Bash RC, idem dito, right? We're not going to use it anymore. ZSHRC, we're not going to use it anymore. If you would run it, it will say we're not using it anymore. But Fix-sddm-conf is, however, still working. So that was it. There's nothing more, nothing less, just getting rid of an alias. But Fix-sddm-conf is actually working. Which Fix-sddm-conf. It's an actual application inside user bin. All right, we'll run it shortly. What is important to know, and now we're teaching ArcoLinux, not ArcoLinux, EndeavourOS, Garuda. We're teaching Arch, right? Anything ArcoLinux based. There is, if you use, right? That's an if, right? If you choose to use SDDM as a login manager, Arch Wiki SDDM, go read. You have the sddm.conf.d, a folder with a file. Okay, one. And there's the other one, sddm.conf. And now you scroll down, and here he is. Up. You can drag this guy if he wants to, and there he is. I'd rather have them separately. You over here, and that guy over here. The main thing is you can't have doubles, right? I have a few ISO builders at this point in time. You need to have these separate. You can't say here auto login is XFC and Eric, and you can and then have it here as well. You can't say these things, well, like themes and all that. It needs to be separate. In this case, you see everything is just fine. So this is the normal look. This is the okay look. So if you see on your machine at the bottom auto login somewhere, then the ATT, which is our ArcoLinux tweak tool, doesn't know. And we have to make decisions. The decision is everything that's inside the KDE settings.conf is the one that will change with ATT. So it looks here to change the theme, the cursor theme, the fonts, and whether you want to auto login in what desktop you want to auto login. It's here and should not be there. That's the difference. Now, if you see things, I say, hey, it's not the same and it's all too technical for you, there's no problem. There are two ways to make things clear. One of them is Ctrl-Alt-E, and that's a big give, of course, because we navigate through many distros now on ArcoLinux based distros. And if it crashes, you can't use this. Login, apply the SDDM configuration from ATT. That button is going to fix it automatically. So we gave you a simple click the button thing to fix this thing and to fix that thing if you're an SDDM. If this does not launch, then the alternative is actually in the ATT So if you run it in a terminal, then that's the greatest tip ever for any application that misbehaves, right? Launch it from a terminal and hope that the developer made some comments, some debug information, right? And here is our debug information. Run Fix-sddm-conf. Sometimes we can do something about it automatically. So if you restart ATT again, it's fixed. But sometimes, right, there are so many situations. Run Fix-sddm-conf. And if that still not work, join us on Discord. We can help you there. So these are the 13 ISOs we now have visited and now support. And it's fun, right? It's fun to pick the brain and see the creativity that are that's out there in the world, in the Linux, well, ArcoLinux based distros here. Okay, last thing, I'll run the script. So if there are no issues, don't do anything. But if you say, oh my god, it's not working properly, it's strange things are happening, run Fix-sddm-conf. It looks like this, then you know that you have the last configuration. This is a new line, so I know personally, me myself, right, that's the last code. This script names them backup. There's I'll make a more technical thing later, but let's keep things easy. If wrong backup files exist, I'm gonna clean them up, right, from the past, things from the past. If there is some kind of file there, we make sure that the next time you boot up, everything works fine. If file exists, make a backup. Of course, we make backups, but you need to make smart backups these days. You need to tell it in the front. You need to say backup minus kde-settings.conf, not kde-settings.conf backup. That's the technical bit. That's all it is. Now you have your a new configuration. So these files have changed. Like, take a look when I click. Session is gone, user is gone, and here everything is exactly the same. So if I log out now, I will be greeted with SDDM. I will not auto log in. And when I say, oh no, I want to auto log in again, it's closed already. So you go to the tweak tool. Actually can type it here, right? I just want to show you what happens. That's important for us. We don't want to provide you buttons and then you don't know what's happening to your system. We want you to give you knowledge. The tool is there, but knowledge, right? So, auto login, yes, sure. In what? In XFC, fine. ArcoLinux simplicity, okay. Bipata modernize, sure. So you keep, everything should be selected. If not, he'll say up there, you forgot something. So apply settings. Settings saved successfully. What changed? This thing, I click and voila. Session, XFCE, Eric, and all the rest, it was the same. So that's basically it. We've made the script a little bit better and making sure that everything is divided into two pieces and the correct two pieces. sddm.conf down here and sddm here up here, this guy. The thing is, and that's good for ISO builders, install ArcoLinux, install SDM, install Plasma, go to settings, save some stuff, and what you'll see is you'll get this folder with this file. This file is from the Fix-sddm-conf, and that one is from the ATT. So you can always go back what was there before. All right, that's it for now. Cheers, have fun with ArcoLinux and with the ArcoLinux tweak tool, and maybe right with exploring some other distros based on Arch and applying your knowledge that you've learned on ArcoLinux. Cheers.